Hi everyone, it's Erin from Raising Little Joeys. In today's video, I'm showing you how I make these very cute double layer scrunchies. This is the one we'll be making. Here's what you'll need: 2 layers of fabric, some elastic, a stick or a pen to turn the tubes inside out, a bodkin or a safety pin to thread the elastic. Just cutting the fabric now. The measurements are 30 inches by 5 inches for the inside layer. It's so much faster to use a rotary cutter, so if you do a lot of sewing, I highly recommend that you get one. My outer layer is 6 inches by 32 inches, but if you prefer a bit more gap in between the layers, then do about 6.5 inches. The bit of elastic is 7 inches. Or you can measure it by wrapping it around your wrist. Make sure to allow for the part where you'll be tying it or sewing it together. Now let's start sewing. So fold the fabric in half, right side inside. Leave about a 1.5 inch gap and start sewing from there. It might help if you have some clips to hold the fabric in place, but I usually just try and hold on to it and align it as I go. Now when you get to the end, also leave about a 1.5 inch gap at the end of the fabric. We do the same thing with the outer layer, so fold it in half, right side inside, leaving 1.5 inch gaps at both ends. I'm pulling a little bit because the fabric is quite stretchy. And we turn both tubes inside out. Here I'm using a knitting stick, so I just thread the fabric through the hole, create a little pocket and start rolling it down. Do the same thing for the outer tube. Next up, we'll be putting the 2 layers together using the same method. Now we'll sew the 2 ends of the satin tube together. Make sure that it's not twisted. So put the right sides together. This is why we left the 1.5 inch gaps at both ends, so you have some room to move around. It's also an opening for you to thread the elastic through later. If this method of closing a scrunchie is new to you, then just go slowly. I love that it hides the seam beautifully. Now repeat the same process for the outer layer. Just make sure that the inside tube is well out of the way. Now find the gap and use your bodkin or safety pin to put the elastic through. Personally, I love using the bodkin. I think it's very easy to use. I'll drop some links in the description box for the tools that I've used in this video, so be sure to check them out if you're interested. Now you can tie the two ends together or just sew over it a few times like I do. Now all we have to do is close the opening, so do the inside one first. It's just a straight stitch over it, so be sure to use a matching color thread.
That's funny. Good job, Mommy.
Aw, thanks, sweetheart.
Hello, everyone.
And we're done. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to like and subscribe. I'll see you in the next video. Have a wonderful day.